Good morning, everyone. I am Ruby and Iran from Bachelor of Special Needs in Education. I'm going to present my screen. Okay, I will going to discuss my topic. Share screen. Okay, here's it. Mhm. Okay, let's go. Okay, our topic for today is about excuse me, psychosocial and psychosexual theory of development. First, the objectives. Define the psychosocial and psychosexual theory of development. Second, differentiate the two theories of Rod and Erikson and give their stages. Know the psychoanalytic perspective. Okay, proceed. Now, let us observe what is in these four pictures. Let's observe it one by one. First, okay, a man walking, a man taking a bath, a man walking upstairs. Okay, next, this one, baby crying, a baby smiling, a baby showing trust and mistrust. Okay, thank you. Third one, here, a baby sucking his thumb. Okay. Fourth one, and last, the good and the evil, the bad and the devil. Oh, sorry, the devil and the angel. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you so much for all of your answers. Later on, you will know what is this four pictures about. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, first, let's talk about Eric Erikson and his psychosocial theory of development. Background. Erik Erikson is known for his full name as Erich Hamburger Erikson, a German-American developmental psychologist and psychoanalyst known for his theory of psychological development of human beings. Born in Frankfurt, Germany on June 15, 1902 and died on May 12, 1994. The name of her mother was Carla Abrahamsen and her wife was Joan Serson, and they have three kids named Sue Erikson, Katie, and John Erikson. So, what is psychosocial theory? Psychosocial theory explains the self understanding, social relationship, and one's relationship to the society from infancy to later life. Through later life. That was according to Barbara and Philip Newman 2020. Okay, here is the 8 stages of psychosocial development of Erikson. Let's discuss this one by one. First, trust versus mistrust. Infants must learn that adults can be trusted. During infant days, the only person you can trust is your mom. So the positive part of it, or the positive, in fact, what do you call this one? But okay, the positive part of it is to develop a secure attachment and trust in people and environment. If you trust people, within the in the positive side, if you trust people, if you learn to trust people, you will have a secure attachment in your people and your environment. For example, you can now trust your sister, your brother, your siblings, and other relatives. Okay, and also other people around you. The negative part of it is parents who are unreliable and often rejects or harm the child as an infant. So sometimes, not all parents do hurt their children. Sometimes they hit their hands, they hit some parts of the body if the baby cries or do something, right? So that's the negative part of it. It can develop a child's mistrust. So the major question is, can I trust the people around me? Okay, next stage. Autonomy versus shame and doubt, 1 to 3 years. Begin to explore the world. They learn that they can control their action and act on their environment to get a result. So as an example of this is learning potty training or toilet training. Okay, in the positive, develop self-confidence. In the negative, children may feel ashamed of his or her behavior and doubt their abilities. Sometimes children didn't learn this type of things in these ages, okay? And then from that, they can feel ashamed of his or her behavior because sometimes children tend to pee on their what you call it, shorts, even if they are already on grade 2, right? That's some of the instances about this potty training. Okay, so the major question is, can I do things by myself or I'm reliant to the help of others? Third stage is initiative versus guilt. They feel the sense of purpose, also the self confidence. Of these 3 to 6 years, Some people know what are their abilities or strengths. As an example, you know that you are good at dancing, you're good at singing, you're good at academics, diba? Some people have that kind of a way of thinking na. So, as a positive, children will develop a self-confidence and feel a sense of purpose if the parents support their child's choice. As an example, if you want to join a singing contest, is a part of the example in the child, diba? Some children, they have the they go or they want to go to a runaway models, diba? Many people, many children, as okay, sorry, many children nowadays they have advertisements, 'di ba? They engaging in that particular scenarios na. So, in a negative, guilt can cause by embarrassment and failure. So, an example of this is during your childhood days, you want to sing, you participate in singing. Okay. The best example of this is about my friend. During their 3 to 6 years of her life, that age, in that particular age, he used to what do you call it, compete in singing contests. But then when he starts singing, he told me that people are laughing at him. So with that, he feel the embarrassment and failure. So that's the guilt is developing when people or embarrass you or you feel the failure. Okay. The major question here is, am I good or bad? Next. Industry versus inferiority, 6 to 12 years. Children to begin compare themselves with their peers to see how they measure up. Children need to cope up with new social academic demands. And in this stage, children become capable of performing increasing complex tasks. Okay, positive. As a result, they strive to master new skills. Okay, this time, and this year, 6 to 12 years, I remember when I was grade 3, one of my classmates, he was struggling in reading. And in that particular time, my teacher told me that I should teach him so that he will not struggle um, in that skill, diba? Learning skills, reading skills. So, negative children who struggle to develop this sense of competency may emerge from stage with feeling failure or inferiority. So, the question here is, how can I be good? How can I enhance or how can I be good in that particular thing? Next. Fifth, identity versus role confusion, 12 to 18 years. So, an adolescent's main task is to develop a sense of self, defining who you are and what you value and direction in life. So, in this stage, I think it's grade 12, going to be a college student na. In this time, you are going to think what is your course, what are you going to take, do you want to be a police, do you want to be a teacher, do you want to be a nurse? Okay, so positive. So in identity, I'm sorry. So in identity, you will have now the way of thinking like, do I like girls? Do I like boys? Or do I love uh wearing pink shirts? Or wearing like dress in public? Or I just want to wear this typical white shirt on me. Okay, so the positive side is adolescent must make a conscious search for identity, and the negative, if the adolescents can make deliberate decision and choices like sexual orientation, vocation, general confusion becomes a threat. So the major question is, how am I? Oh, sorry, who am I? I'm very sorry for that one. Okay, six, intimacy versus isolation, 20 to 40 years. After we have developed a sense of self, in adolescence, we are now ready to share our life with others. I believe in this stage, many people are engaged in a relationship. Some of them are going to be married. So, if you are going to be married or you are married in this stage, that's the intimacy. And then the isolation comes when you are going to isolate yourself from your family. Like I think it's neo-local eh. Neo-local is when you going to separate from your mother or father's house and then you're going to build your own house with or share a house with your husband, only the two of you, and then you're going to build a family there. That's what it is, neo local talaga. Okay, so the major question is, will I be loved or I will be alone? Okay, 7. Generativity versus stagnation, 40s to mid-60s. When people in 40s, they enter the time known as middle adulthood, which extends to mid-60s. So positive, those who are successful during this phase will feel that they are contributing to the world by being active in their home and community. Negative, those who fail to attain the skill will feel unproductive and unloved in the world. So I think people, we are sometimes doing predicting ourselves, right? In like in 25 I'm going to marry this guy, in 30 I will going to have kids, in okay, in when I reach 32 I will going to be married na, 'di ba? So I think in this one, like, you are think of way of success, right? Sometimes be in 40s you didn't meet the goals or the success you want pa. So in this type, if you meet your goals and success, though, you will feel that you were contributing to the world, that you are being active, diba? And the negative, you will feel like you are unproductive, you are unloved, diba? You will feel you feel that you are unloved by the world. So the major question is, how can I contribute to the world? So paano ako makakaambag? Ano yung mga dapat kong gawin to become successful in this age? Okay? So if you're successful, then it's good, and then if you're not, it's also good. Success, it's not about the age, no? Success can be um later or sooner of your years, diba? When you live, that's not let's not be ashamed if we are not successful yet. But then as the time goes by, you can be successful. Okay, the last stage, integrity versus despair, 60 to death. From mid 60s to the end of life, the onset of this stage is often triggered by a life event such as retirement, the loss of spouse, the loss of friends, acquaintances, facing a terminal illness, and other changes in major roles. Okay, I believe you are now retired in this age. So okay, now you are having like illness. What kind of illness? Especially kapag matatanda, 'di ba? Arthritis, diabetes, ba high blood pressure, mataas ang cholesterol. Okay. So in here, loss of friends. Sometimes in this age, namatayan ka na ng friends or nawalan ka na ng asawa, 'di ba? So positive, looking back with few regrets and general feeling of satisfaction. Okay, if you feel you're successful, you are now um having few regrets, 'di ba? I think yung mga few regrets lang dito is like yung mga abilities na hindi mo na showcase noon, yung mga um like example yung mga jobs na hindi mo nakuha noon, pero look at you now, you're successful naman. So you are looking for few regrets. So negative failure will feel that their life has been waste and will experience many regrets. Okay, at yung feeling na maglo-look back ka and then you see na dapat ginab ko yung opportunity. Dapat pala nag-OFW ako, 'di ba? This is the common scenario. Dapat nag-OFW ako. Kung hindi kaya ako nagkasakit, maybe I will become successful right now, 'di ba? That's integrity versus despair. So the major question is, did I lie in a meaningful life? Okay. That's the last stage. We are now going to talk about Sigmund Freud. Psychosexual theory of development. Okay, background. Born on May 6, 1856 in Freiburg, Moravia, now in Pribor in the Czech Republic. Her wife was named Martha Bernays and they had 6 children. Australian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis, a clinical method for treating psychopathology through dialogue between the patient and the psychoanalyst. Okay, what is psychosexual theory of development? So, according to McLeod 2018, Freud proposed that personality developed in childhood takes place during 5 psychological stages. What are those? Oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. So, during each stage, sexual energy or libido is expressed in different ways and through different parts of the body. So, let's talk about psychoanalytic. Let's be quick. So, when we talk about ID, it is the it is the deepest part of the unconscious mind, represents most basic natural human needs and emotions such as hunger, anger, the wish for pleasure. ID, it's all about your pleasure. So, ego, the part of the mind that meditates between the conscious and unconscious, and it's responsible for reality testing, a sense of personal identity. So, the ego is your reality testing. Superego, the part of the person's mind that acts as the self-critical conscious reflecting social standards learned from parents, teachers, as well as society. Okay, the superego, it is your morals. Learn from your parents and teacher society. Okay. Okay, ID instincts, I want. Ego reality, I will. And superego morality, I should. Okay, these are the five stages of psychosexual theory of development. Let's talk or discuss this one by one. So, oral stage, 0 to 1 years of age. The mouth is the pleasure center of the development. I believe that this is why infants are born with sucking reflexes and desire in their mother's breast. Okay, in this part, a baby used to suck their hands and their mom's breast for pleasure, or this is the way they having their food. 'Di ba? Yung dede nila. So, negative, if not met, nail biting or thumb sucking. Okay, I have this friend during my grade 10 days. He do nail biting talaga, like oras-oras. And so this is the effect pala um the if it's not met. Okay, during this stage. So, two, as what I said earlier, it's the same with Erickson stage. So, the toilet training. Begin to experience their urine, feces. They learn to control their body function needs, such as toilet training. Okay, negative, if not met, they can be messy and destructive personality. Third one, phallic stage, 3 to 6 years of age. Children to begin discover the differences between males and females. Okay, we have here two, Oedipus complex and Electra complex. So Oedipus complex and Electra complex, it's same with mama's boy, papa's boy, um, mama's girl, and papa's girl. It's like that. So Proud believe that boys begin to view their father as a rival for their mother's affection. Same goes with girls' Electra complex. Next, latency. Okay, sorry. During this stage, sexual instincts subside and children begin to further develop their superego, okay, or the conscience. So superego ulit, it is the morality. Okay. Children begin to behave in morally accepted ways and adapt their values of their parents on the other and other important adults. Okay. It's about your morality. You know you have your respect. You always have fun. Opo, you always have respect people and other people's judgment as well. Okay. Next, we have genital stage 12 plus years. Okay, since it is plus, during this stage, sexual impulses emerge. If other stages have been successfully met, adolescents engage in appropriate sexual behavior, which may lead to marriage and childbirth. The growing adolescent shakes off all dependencies and learns to deal with maturity and with opposite sexes. Okay, in this part, since it is 12 plus years, it's all about marriage, sexual orientation, diba? Alam niyo na yung girl and boy, and then you have now partners in this stage. Okay, that's the last stage. Now, let us talk about these pictures again. So I'm going to exit my screen. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, everyone, I just exit my screen. I have here three papers or not papers labeled as Erickson, Freud, and both. So, what are we going to do? You just need to identify the four pictures and tell me if it is Freud, Erickson, or for both. Both if they have the both stages. Okay, I will going to share my screen again to that particular slide. Where is my okay here. Okay, let's answer it quickly. Number one, it is stages. It is both. Right. That was correct. Both. Second one, trust versus mistrust. It is Erickson because it is the first stage of psychosocial theory of development. Third, a baby sucking. Okay, it is Freud because it is about sucking reflexes. Third one, or fourth one rather, it is Freud because it's about the psychoanalytic perspective. Okay, we are not going to do this one because I don't have a time na. Pero if you wanted to, you can. It has key answers here. Also, this one, if you have a spare time, pwede nyo rin po siya panoorin. It's about the differences between the Freud and Erickson's approaches and theories. Okay, so here are my references. And that's all. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. I hope you have a great day. And thank you so much. God bless you all. I hope you gain a lot. Thank you.